It was the 15th of May, 2026, when every other news report was filled with the same news. Ukraine's achievement, which was such a significant move in the ongoing war, that it has turned the tables against the Kremlin. Russia's insatiable hunger has always had its eyes upon Ukrainian land as they continue to barge in their land and occupy it. The Kremlin, known as one of the greatest powers in the world, can never be defeated. At least that's what everybody thinks, but Ukraine is determined to prove the world wrong. The ongoing war has everybody on an edge because now Russia's victory is no longer guaranteed. On the 15th of May, Ukrainian armed forces liberated the village of Odradne in the Dvorachne district of the Kharkiv region. It was a coordinated assault operation, which involved mechanized infantry, drone units, and artillery support. The Ukrainian troops involved in the operation completed their task with excellence, so much that it forced the Russian troops from forest belts, fortified defensive lines, and strong points around the settlement. The successful operation was carried out by units of the 129th Heavy Mechanized Brigade, along with the joint actions of the Specialized Shkval Battalion and the Unmanned Systems Battalion Rugby Team. The assault teams worked in close coordination with UAV operators and artillery units, allowing Ukrainian forces to systematically identify and destroy Russian manpower firing positions and shelters. This operation to liberate Odradne was confirmed by the 16th Army Corps that day. 22 square kilometers of territory was recovered, which was a big deal, as Russia has, since long back, tried to take Ukrainian land, and this move by Ukraine was an answer to the Kremlin's tyranny signaling its end. According to the Ukrainian military, Russian forces suffered significant losses during the fighting, with 56 Russian troops reportedly eliminated during the operation. Meanwhile, in the frontline area of Cherivne, in the Zaporizhia region, Ukrainian forces have launched localized counterattacks, while Russian troops have failed to make any recent advances in the southern front. For the first time in these years of brutal war, the battlefield's initiative seems to be shifting in Ukraine's favor. After months of relentless Russian missile and drone attacks on cities and energy infrastructure, Ukraine's strategy has started to emerge. The Kremlin's long list of losses, from battlefield attrition to deep strikes, hundreds and even thousands of kilometers behind the front line. Now, you might have noticed that every single news about an attack has a mention of drones. Well, you might be surprised by how Ukraine has been advancing its drone warfare. During the beginning of the war, drones weren't commonly used. Instead, tanks, artillery barrages, and the grinding logic of territorial conquest was the nation's weapon. But somewhere along the way, in the first weeks of the invasion and the brutal stalemate that followed, something had changed. Cheap drones, which looked like they would be commercially sourced, began to make their appearance on every front line. Its buzzing could be heard over the trenches, guiding artillery strikes, diving into tank hatches. But this was just the start. By 2024, around 10,000 drones per day were being deployed. Ukraine, being a broke nation, had found an incredible solution to its problems. The drones didn't have sophisticated hardware. They merely cost around 300 euro to 5,000 euros. The price for a used motorcycle or a high-end laptop. Ukraine had built much of its drone program on crowd-funded civilian donations, commercial DJI components, and smartphone-era navigation software. There's always been this assumption in the Western military circle that things like stealth jets, precision missiles, main battle tanks would define the future war, but Ukraine has shattered that assumption. During the entirety of this brutal war, drones have been responsible for around 75% of losses on both the sides, which is not a number to be ignored. Ukraine alone has struck over 105,200 targets in a single month. These are not abstract numbers. Behind each strike is a pilot hunched over a screen watching grainy FPV footage, making a split-second decision that would once have required an air force, a targeting chain, and weeks of planning the drone warfare. Russia-Ukraine war has compressed all of that into minutes, sometimes seconds. It is crazy how the nation who is just suffering from the war costs has come so far with its tactics, to the point that now the war has shifted in its favor and it has started to reoccupy its land, which was taken from it. A major drone worth your attention is the FPV drone, produced by prominent Ukrainian companies. The first-person view FPV kamikaze drones have become the conflict's most feared weapons at the tactical level, comparable in effect to miniature anti-tank missiles. They are produced in the hundreds of thousands per month. In some Ukrainian assault units, drones now constitute up to 60% of deployed assets. That number alone should stop any defense planner cold. Recently, it was reported that Ukrainian operatives had smuggled FPV drones inside, modified civilian trucks, and launched simultaneous strikes against multiple Russian strategic air bases, destroying or damaging 41 aircraft, including Tu-95 and Tu-22, strategic bombers, and inflicting an estimated $7 billion in damage. The entire operation used 117 FPV drones. That arithmetic of 117 cheap drones erasing $7 billion in strategic assets is the new math of drone warfare. Russia-Ukraine war, and it is irreversible. Ukraine has come a long way with its innovative tactics and strategies, which has cost Russia an irreversible amount of damage. Amongst these damages is a recent attack by the Ukrainian army on the 19th of May. In the middle of the night, Ukrainian drones had targeted and successfully hit a Russian military site, which involved a drone production site and a training center for UAV operators in the occupied city of Snizhne in Ukraine's Donetsk region. A large fire and heavy damage was reported following the strike. Multiple strikes. Drones were used in the attack. Footage circulating online showed flames visible from several parts of the city, while eyewitness videos indicated extensive destruction at the facility. The facility which was hit was allegedly located near an inactive mine, Odradne, near the city. Russian troops had established military infrastructure in the area surrounding the former mine complex, including facilities connected to drone operations. Ukraine had significantly expanded its long-range strike campaign, with Ukrainian drones now reaching targets up to 1,700, 2,000 kilometers inside Russia, which is a big update and also a threat to the Kremlin. Recent strikes by Ukraine have targeted Russian airfields, oil refineries, naval infrastructure, and military facilities deep in the rear, including the Shagul Air Base in Russia's Chelyabinsk region. Evidently a strategy to impose as many losses on the country as it could. It was also reported recently that Ukraine's defense forces had carried out a series of strikes against Russian military infrastructure, including a command and observation post near Tyotkino in Russia's Kursk region, drone control points in the Kherson and Sumy regions, and pontoon crossings in occupied Donetsk region. These sites were strategically targeted by Ukraine to disrupt logistics, fuel, ammunition, reinforcements, and evacuation routes for the Russians. Along with the above attacks, Ukrainian forces have also been reported to attack fuel infrastructure facilities like the Lukoil Nizhegorod Nefteyorg Zintez refinery in Russia's Nizhny Novgorod region and the Yaroslavl 3 oil pumping station in the Yaroslavl region. All these areas mentioned above, all these attacks by Ukraine have not arguably caused the Russians a significant amount of damage, although the Russians continue to retaliate. Nothing major has come up in the news as of recent. Unlike Ukraine, which has been working towards its victory through its innovative tactics and strategies, Russia has failed to successfully counterattack Ukraine as of recent. The war is shifting in Ukraine's favor slowly, but if Russia doesn't retaliate with something heavier than Ukraine has hit it with, Russia might no longer be able to stand with its formidable reputation. News of Ukraine's successful strikes fill the articles online, along with Russia's losses. Although it seems like Ukraine has the upper hand and its victory is confirmed, it'll be completely a waste of time to make such assumptions. Although the current cards are being held by the Ukrainians, the tables could turn any moment, just like how it did for Ukraine. But that, of course, doesn't make Ukraine's achievements go unseen. All things considered, the current situation has indeed shifted in Ukraine's favor and possibly will continue to do so. Stay tuned for future updates. The future still remains uncertain as war continues.